After obliterating a city, 3 alien generals make contact with the humans on Earth. Saitama has infiltrated the ship alone, and already taken out Garibas and Gyugenshub, while the last General Melzargard battles with Class S heroes on the surface. However, their leader, Boros, has long awaited this day when he meets an opponent worthy of his full power. Traveling for over 20 years to meet Saitama, will his full power be enough to finally give him a true battle? Or will Saitama continue his undefeated legacy? We kick off immediately. Saitama's serious face is activated as Boros proceeds to pummel him. Walking backwards menacingly, he is blown around in the air before finally delivering a punch, which blows the arm off Boros. Boros is amazed that Saitama can keep up, and even Saitama acknowledges that Boros is strong. On the ground, Tank Top Master is thinking of ways to be of assistance. Picking up a ginormous piece of debris, he launches it at the spaceship, before Tornado tells him to get out of the way and delivers 20 times the amount. The crew on the ship are in total panic, while Dark Matter Gunner still just wants to go home, and Tornado continues to cause extreme damage to the ship. Drive Knight heads out, seeing the situation is under control, but wants to speak with Genos quickly. He informs Genos that Metal Knight is actually his enemy, and that Genos will figure it out soon enough. Melzargard continues his fight with the heroes, aiming to take out Samurai next, who does a good job defending himself. Just as Melzargard gains confidence, the man he fatally struck in the previous episode nonchalantly walks back for more fight, claiming the monster fixed the stiffness in his shoulder. Dropping his guard, Samurai goes in for the kill with Atomic Slash. Walking through Melzargard's fog, Bang realizes the regeneration always begins in the head. After seeing it happen so many times, even a monkey could figure it out. He grabs the last marble of Melzargard, and the alien finally melts into the ground. Samurai tells Bang to stop stealing his kills, but Bang replies he needs to do some more full-body workouts despite having the body of a Chad. Celebrating the victory, Metal Bat reminds them that the ship is still the main problem. Elsewhere, Lightning Max, Stinger, and the number 1 hero Mumen Rider are evacuating survivors. Back to the Rio battle, we see Boros and Saitama violently going at it as the opening theme song plays. Being blasted through multiple pillars, Boros 2-foot kicks Saitama through the last wall before chasing him round the room, eventually pushing him out the roof of the ship. Boros cannot contain his excitement, saying out of all the beings he's fought before, no one has survived his fury this long. He releases his destructive energy, which vaporizes even bones. Boros uses the opportunity to sneak behind Saitama and deliver a crushing blow to his face. Claiming Saitama is a worthy opponent, he says the fight is over. He's completely oblivious to the lack of effort Saitama is giving, or the damage he's receiving. Boros begins to explain how incredibly advanced his species is, and how he has the godlike ability to regenerate any and all damage. To prove this, he immediately restores his torn arm to its original state. Boros continues to lecture Saitama, until eventually Saitama responds, "Shut up." Saitama very simply says that Boros is boring him out of his mind, and if he's done, can they get back to fighting? Infuriated, Boros prepares for his next move, Meteoric Burst. Even Saitama is relatively surprised at the speed. Saitama may be invincible, but whoever designs his outfit for him definitely needs a raise. Saitama proceeds to get Rock Lead around, before getting thrown around the top of the aircraft like a training dummy. Landing a critical knee strike, Boros is victorious as he sends Saitama flying into space for all eternity. Oh, thank God the moon was there. Making Saitama the 13th man to walk on the moon. Somehow still unfazed, Saitama gets a feel for the gravity and performs some quick maths, before pouncing off the moon so hard it leaves a crater. Boros is explaining how that last technique shortens his lifespan, and should only be used to finish a fight quickly, before his opponent comes crashing back down onto his ship. Boros can't believe his eyes, or, I guess. The heroes on the surface congratulate Tornado for dealing damage to the ship, and Saitama walks out of the debris simply stating, "Cool, I made it." Boros isn't done, and prepares to give it 100%. Finally, Saitama strikes back, but it isn't enough to stop Boros. Saitama continues with consecutive normal punches, obliterating Boros into pieces. Miraculously, Boros still survives, and prepares to release all his remaining energy, blasting Saitama and the whole planet to doom. Collapsing star, roaring cannon. Saitama responds with his final move also. Killer move, serious series. Serious punch. The end result is truly devastating. A defeated Boros lies the ground, asking if he lost. Saitama praises the fact that he's still conscious, admitting Boros truly is strong. Boros's prophecy were true. He claims the battle was hard fought and Saitama agrees, but Boros calls him a liar. It wasn't a battle at all. Boros admits that Saitama still had plenty of strength to spare and wasn't even trying. Saitama was simply far too strong. The ship begins crashing to the ground. Tornado is confused while the crew members continue to panic. Dark Matter Gunner still wants to go home and calls for his mother. The Class S heroes have to get away from the crash site and run to the HQ. In a hurry, Puri Puri Prisoner keeps shouting Angel Dash without actually running any faster. When the ship makes it to the ground, Super Alloy Dark Shine and Genos proceed to the crash site. Amai Mask arrives a bit late, and is disgusted at the incompetence of the Class S heroes, allowing City 8 to be destroyed. Metal Bat explains the ship arrived out of nowhere and destroyed the city, but rest assured, they still took care of it. Amai is appalled at the explanation. Metal Bat couldn't care less for criticism from someone who wasn't even here to help. Samurai tries to explain that by the time they made it outside, the city was already destroyed, but Amai arrogantly explains that isn't good enough. He slides down the rubble and says useless heroes should retire, provoking Metal Bat. Amai reminds Metal Bat that the only reason he stays in Class A is to prevent useless heroes like Metal Bat from advancing to Class S, even though Metal Bat already is Class S. Suddenly, a drone crashes down. It's Metal Knight, and he has sent a droid to salvage the alien technology. Genos asks if Metal Knight is here to create more powerful weapons, to which Metal Knight responds, of course, powerful weapons are essential to maintaining peace. Super Allo found some alien survivors, and Amai walks over to greet them. He murders them all in cold blood, saying they were evil. Amai begins to leave, reminding Genos that since joining the Hero Association, he's been mostly a disappointment. Surprisingly, Genos relates to his nasty attitude, claiming it to be how he was before he met Saitama. Too eager to administer justice. Genos then realizes he has to find Saitama. Saitama punches his way out of the ship, and Tornado is furious, asking why a Class B is on the ship while Genos runs over. The two walk away while discussing the events of the battle, and Tornado can't believe how firmly she's being ignored. Tornado releases her killer move, Ultimate Sass Mode, and begins scolding Saitama for interfering in her battle before calling him words such as baldy, octopus, boiled egg, and many more. Saitama nudges Genos, telling him to say something. Genos goes ham, calling her a spoiled brat as Saitama celebrates, which doesn't end too well. Bang stops her before she moves on to Saitama, as she stubbornly moves on. Saitama tries to help Genos but...
Oh, sorry, your arm came off.
Summarizing the events, City A was completely destroyed and was covered by the news for days. Eventually, the city that disappeared was no longer reported on. Metal Knight salvaged the entire ship and used the technology to build a new Hero Association headquarters, one with convenient roadways leading to each city, allowing for quick deployment of heroes since Class A heroes and above have the option to live at the HQ. Thought we were done. Giant pig-looking guy is here and has already destroyed a huge chunk of the city. Saving a little boy from danger, the monster asks who Genos is. He replies, a great man who's a hero for fun and profit, as Saitama comes swooping and destroying the monster in one punch. He stares at his fist in disbelief. Not again. I'm back to one punch again already? He screams in frustration as the series finally comes to its conclusion. Thanks for watching the first series. Rest assured, the second will be covered also. I love One Punch Man, I hope you do too. As always, remember to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until next time, Kings.